Nei kaisale take tabai iti tapatiki and the tikitia sakatia. Hai iti tapake sikiti ila ta iti tiapakate iti ale akati. Ha si tiadamakate tikatabayata ta iti diakata. Si tiamakate tiatama a si tikabakate tikadamo o ya aleaka. Si yamake etiatapaka si tia. Si etiatata meatata tiatapaka titiapata tiatapakate. We greet you with our love. We hope that you are doing well in your daily activities and having fun and experiencing joy as you walk about through your time. We see that you are noticing changes in your seasons. It seems to be a bumpy period of change. But it is all well and good. We ask you to relax as much as you can. And I don't mean resting, but in your daily activities, do it in a relaxed manner. Do not take on expectations of others or expectations from yourself that are based in obligations or must do's or should do's. Conduct your daily activities in the attitude of enjoying, of relaxing, of peaceful activities. Remember that when you go about your days, you are adding your vibration to the collective vibration. It is important at this time that your vibration be as peaceful and loving as it possibly can be. Pay attention to the things you do, the words you speak, the thoughts you have, and recognize that they should be coming from a loving, peaceful place rather from lower frequency attitudes such as judgment or fear or any kind of lower vibrational frequency that flavors the energy that you are putting out into the collective of your planet. We add our love, but your vibration is what adds to your collective. So as often as you possibly can, every time you remember, consciously add your love energetically to the vibrational frequencies of the collective of your planet. all the other non-human beings are with you in this endeavor. Just know that you are not alone. You are part of your universe. Again, we appreciate you. We give our love and support. Saya kana patia tata yalaha. Si itia sapa ayat tiki iti atata ayata ama titi ala tiki yata pati. Sa ate itia makata e ala tikataba iata. Si e sikataba kata titi ada mahate tiata patake itia. Si alaha katia pata sikitia. We open for any questions that you might have.
I have one. I noticed that there's usually a pause after the light language ends, excuse me, before you come on and speak again. Is that an adjustment made on your end for the questions or just a biological adjustment? Because I know the light language does not really come through her consciousness.
We do not make adjustments from one thing to another. There is sometimes a lag in translation. For instance, the light language is our easy language. We do not need your vocabulary. The translation uses your vocabulary. So any pause would be opening up your dictionary, if you will. Sometimes there is a adjustment between one aspect of expertise to another expert aspect when the subject matter of your questions changes, or one aspect might feel someone else or another aspect may be more expert in providing information. Pauses are part of the process of the energy flowing through, and the process of using your vocabulary or our channel's vocabulary and our channel's vocal apparatus and physical vessel. Does that answer your question?
Very much so. I appreciate the explanation on the mechanics of it from your end. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Is there another question?
Yeah, I have a question. Are cats actually more psychic than other animals, and what causes that? Like, what's the meaning or reason behind that? If they are, because I believe they are.
Cats are part of the one. Everyone, every being has the consciousness and the ability. But as in the case of your humans, cats have personalities that lend themselves to experiencing different levels. You are assigning human values to conscious, non-human consciousness. However, if you think of a dog and a cat and the difference between the two, a cat is not affected by needing your affection, if you will. A dog just wants you to lavish affection. So think in terms of a human who might just want to please or gain affection, and they may be less apt to being open just in case they might hurt your feelings or run. I'm assigning human characteristics to non-human beings, but if you think of the aloofness of a cat versus the affection of a dog, you can readily see that a cat might not care if you are, he may not have the filters. We're searching for a way to explain this. A cat does not care if you have any kind of attachment to their abilities. So they might be freer to express their abilities. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
It is assigning values that don't fit, but for comparison, I chose to compare personalities of the different species. The other
Right.
thing in play here is that different species of being needs different kinds of awarenesses in order to be safe and live longer on your planet. So a cat is a hunter, and their instincts might kick in. And what is instinct but psychic ability, if you wish? So think in terms of what capabilities different animals might have to develop and different awarenesses. So you have domesticated animals and you're aware, but ask yourself, would a deer seem to be psychic in the way that a cat is? There are all levels of consciousness. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that was interesting. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Are there other questions? We wish to remind you of a species on your planet that has much better developed psychic abilities and telepathy than even humans. And that is your Sasquatch, or it goes by other names, but they have developed their, what you might term, metaphysical abilities, and see how it serves them as they have been able to avoid destruction. So realize that all animals have varying degrees of all kinds of abilities. The reality is, everyone, as being part of the one, has access to everything. But choices are made of what experiences are needed or wanted. Is there another question? Or is there a subject that you would like to explore?
You had mentioned, or it was mentioned, I guess maybe 6 months, maybe longer, that our membership in this group would change and grow. Can you provide us any timeline on that? I know we have members who don't, aren't with us physically, but I know they're still here dream state and psychically, and we are still feeling their energy and thankful for that. But I was more wondering about the growth aspect. If you can help us. Thank you.
There may be a member or two waiting in the wings. There is not a designated timeline. I suggest that the group have a discussion. If you feel there are people who can participate at this level without having had the benefit of the length of time that your current membership has. You are a group that has formed and has progressed and melded together. So have your discussion and we will not make suggestions. You will come up with whoever is meant to be. But this group will not grow vastly larger. That is for your increased endeavors. This is a holy group. We do not mean that in a religious way, but in a sacred way. There are people that could, but be sure. Does that help you?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have so much gratitude for your answer. Thank you very much.
Is there another question? We must say there was a pause there. If there's no other questions, we will take our leave and rejoin you at our next meeting. Hai iti a ai ile a me ke iti a e ke te dama te ta le ka siata te ana ma ke te ke te la ta siata ta a yamaha ke te iti ataba aiti sia toya na makate kata ayata ma ayate sia toya tabakate si imiata ta e tapate iti kata